Assalamu alaikum and welcome again to one more interesting activity.
Let's start our work. For this we have to make a pot first. I'm making a curved line. Okay, and then I'm just making a little slanting. Then the corner I'm just turning it round and making another double line for the pot. Okay, leaving this side, I'm just leaving it empty. And then from here till here, both the sides, I'm making a slanting line. One, and then here also I have to have a slanting line. Okay, now just joining with the horizontal line and close it to make a pot shape. This I'm just leaving it for a purpose. I'm making 3 flowers. Okay, and the flower which I'm making, it has 4 petals. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have done with these 3 big flowers. Now I have to make the medium sized flower, same like 4 petals each. So I'm making 1 petal, 2 petals, 3, 4. Okay, now here also 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 1. I have to make it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have to make here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now after this I have to make the smaller ones, the small size. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now see, I have finished with all the flowers. 1, 2, 3 of them are bigger one. 1, 2, 3, 4 are medium and 1 is small. Now after this I have to make the leaves. For the leaves, let's start. For the leaves I'm starting from here. Okay, for this leaf I'm making the shape here. I'm starting from this one. Okay, and then I have to join this flower and this flower with a stem, and then from here this flower to this flower, just join the stem. From here also, as well as from here also, I have to join. 1, 2. Let me finish with all stems first, like this. Okay, I have to cover this area with the leaves. See, I have done 1, 2. Now let me start here. Randomly I have to put. Okay, because I'm going to cover this whole area with the leaves. So let's start. So you have to just cover all spaces. Wherever you feel there are some white spaces, you just cover them with the leaves. Okay, now see, I have done with the flowers and the leaves. Okay, now coming to the background. For the background I have to take the scale. Okay, and then you have to draw the brick style. I have done this. Okay, now see, this background is ready. I just tell you how we have to color. Okay, so for coloring we have to use a brown. I'm using watercolor pencils. I'm using a dark brown color. Okay, I'm coloring this pot first. I'm coloring it dark brown, and while coloring you have to be very careful. Okay, as you already know that you have to color in one direction, and while coloring you should do it dark, because once we'll apply water with the help of a brush, the color will be in a lighter shade. Done with brown color. Now I'm taking this blue color. Okay, and then I'm going to color the flowers. So let's start. For the flowers, I'll just first outline like this. You have to outline so that the colors will not go outside. To be careful. Okay, now once I have done this outline, I know I'll be in this. Now start coloring it, and while coloring you should, as I already told you, you should be in the line, don't go outside and do it dark. Now leave some white area because we have to have a contrast of white and blue, so I'm leaving a white gap here. I'm just shading only half. Like this you have to color. Okay, I'm using this yellow color as well for the center. Okay, now let me start with one more. Okay, first I have to draw a small circle, just color it yellow. After coloring yellow, just leave it. Okay, just make a small 1 2 3 4. Okay, 4 petals you will draw it. Okay, starting from the circle, just shade it this way. Okay, make sure you have to shade it darker. I'm just moving it. You must be worried that I'm just moving it outside. I'm moving it outside for the purposely, so that it will look like it's a painted one. Okay, like this. Done. The outline of the flower, and then I have to 1 2 3 and then 4th petal. Done. Now here also you have to make a 1, leaving a white gap, 2 3 4. Now I have done this flower, so you have this area, you will color it this area dark, and in this way you are leaving white space also. Finished with all coloring for the flowers. Now I'm using light, dark green and yellow color for the leaves. So let's start for the leaves. I'm using yellow color first. Okay, just few leaves I'm just giving a shade of yellow. Okay, just a little bit shade, only for the few leaves I'm giving. Okay, rest all I'll be doing it with darker green. So randomly I'm just taking the leaves. Okay, like this. And here. Okay, after doing yellow, I'm taking a darker green shade. I'm just coloring the leaves darker green, like this. We have to finish first darker green, and if you are leaving some spaces here, that will be covered with light shade for the green color, the same light shade green. See, I have done this green color, darker green. I'm taking this light green color, I'm just redoing it again here, so that it's having an effect of light tones as well as dark tones. See, it's all done. This leaf is done. Coming to the next one, just taking darker shade first. Okay, from here I'll just coloring it dark, and then leaving some spaces white to add green color, lighter shade, like this. Take light green color, just give the tones. Okay, done. Just do again darker shade, like this. You have to complete your leaves. Okay. Done with the coloring for the leaves. Now I'm taking this red color, okay, for the background. Okay, I'm just shading it red, like this. Just shade the background whole, okay, in this way that it looks like. Don't touch the leaves, okay, leaves and flower. Just be very careful when you are going to the narrow ends. Done with the background. Okay, now I'm taking the gray color. I'm coloring the floor here gray, like I have done it for the top part. Okay, for the brick one, now I'm coloring it here. See, I have done it here this way. Now I'll take my pencil and I'll start making the pattern inside here for the floor. So for the floor I have to make a pattern like this to give the shape of the tiles. Okay, one like this, like this. Okay, so you have to be very careful. See, they are basically this tile has 1 2 3 4 5 6 sides, so go ahead in making the same way. See, I have done it for the floor. Okay, now I'm taking this brown shade, I'm just shading in between. Okay, dark brown for the bricks. Let's apply water. Okay, for the water I'm just taking a small I'm taking a small cup for the water. I'm taking my brush. Okay, so I'm using 3 different brushes. Okay, I'm starting with the leaf. Okay, you have to be very careful because if you apply more water, okay, your coloring will might spoil. Okay, so apply less water and try to do the leaves with a thin brush, and it's easy, it's not at all difficult. See, I'm using a thinner one, I'm just using the corners, okay, the tip, so that I'll not spoil my watercolor drawing. Now I think my water is well, I'm just taking a little bit and just trying to do it like this. Somewhere it's dark and some here it is coming the light shading. Okay, so try finishing all the leaves. See, I have done few areas with the watercolor, flowers, leaves and the pot. Okay, for the background I'm just using a thick brush so that it will be easy for me. After applying the water, let it dry for some time. After drying, I'm just taking a thin black pen, okay, to outline all the things whatever we have done today. This is the final image of the picture. This is how we have to complete with black outlining, and then later on I have taken a pink color and I have done this outlining. So I hope you all like it and you will enjoy doing this. Thank you.